That's fatal.
Have you ever wanted to wrestle on a snowy mountain? How about in front of Walmart? Maybe inside a mall instead? Well, in today's video you can, and I'm going to show you a bunch of really cool custom modded arenas that you can download on all your consoles, PS4, PS5, Xboxes, as well as PC. Majority, if not all, can be used in universe mode. You just have to trial and error it. You never know with the Wwe 2K games, right? Sometimes it could work perfectly fine, one update later and it's broken. These custom arenas do work online. They don't work online currently at the moment, but they will work online eventually once 2K fixes it. I tried it on Wednesday and they worked no problem online. We had some fun matches. On Thursday there was a new update, and then yesterday when I tried them online, they were completely broken. So within one day, 2K fucked it up with a patch. So once they are fixed, all these custom arenas will work online. With that being said, in today's video, I'm going to show you a bunch of custom arenas that you can download on all your consoles. Let's check them out. The first arena is not really an arena of sorts, but it's more so for a match type, and it is the dumpster match. As you can see, Marty M has placed a dumpster right here in place where the casket usually would be. So for this match right here, if you wanted to download this and pull off a dumpster match, all you have to do is download this arena, and once you're playing it, play it as a casket match. And then when the casket is right here, it's actually going to be inside the dumpster. So when you throw your opponent over the ropes and into the casket, it's going to look like you're throwing them into the dumpster. So when you complete the mini game, it looks like you just completed a dumpster match. So this is Marty's unique way of creating custom matches using existing matches, just by placing props, right? So like I said, it's not really meant for the arena, but it's meant for just the match type. So if you want to make a dumpster match, download this one right here. Top left of the screen, I will have the creator name as well as the hashtags you use to find these arenas. The next one is Karakuin Hall from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And this arena is so cool looking and so unique. The way Marty M does it is actually really cool. So he puts a big Tron right there and then uses it for like a background image. And then he adds like images around the wall, so it looks like, you know, you're inside the actual Karakuin Hall. He gets the ring to look nice. He gets the actual entrance area to look nice. And whenever you're doing ramp cam, you know what I mean, it's going to look like this. So you're going to be able to see these superstars come out of this area right here. Obviously the Trons like that don't work, but it is really nice, especially for you New Japan fans. Karakuin Hall is definitely one arena to get. Sticking with the New Japan theme, next up is Kyoto KBS Hall, again by Marty M. And just look at this. The recreation of these arenas just looks so nice. It really makes you feel like you're fighting in a little indie theater, you know what I mean, like a little indie hall. It really makes you feel like you're fighting one of those. The arena cuts off the audience, so it looks like the audience is smaller. So cool. And again, I believe ramp camera would be facing this way right here, but you would really want to be fighting like this. You want that as your background when you're wrestling. This is the default, but of course if you want ramp camera, it would look like this. The next one is badass, and it is TNA 2024 Ultimate X. Look at this. Look at the recreation here. The Trons worked. You got the ramp. Obviously you have the Ultimate X structure, the arena, the ring, the mat, the sponsors, the barricade. Ramp camera is gonna look like this, you know what I mean, like this. You have Ultimate X. He even has the X up here. And obviously with this match you want to be playing a Money in the Bank ladder match or something, because the rope will actually be right down the middle. So the rope will actually go through the X there. Even though you're just playing a ladder match or Money in the Bank, it's going to look like and feel like you're playing an Ultimate X match with this TNA 2024 arena. Again, spot on recreation. It looks absolutely beautiful. Next up for New Japan, and my favorite one out of the bunch, we have the Japan Theater. Look at this one. Look at the vibrant colors on this one. Just look at this angle with the moving Tron in the background. The ramp camera looks gorgeous. I don't know how he does all these structures, I'll be honest. I don't know how he makes all this. Like, there's a lot of talented creative arena makers in the WWE 2K community. And with the ramp camera being a thing for 2K24, I want to showcase a lot more arenas this year just because of the ramp camera. The ramp camera is a game changer. Yeah, Japan Theater by Marty M, my favorite out of the bunch. The next arena is more so for like a custom silly match, and that's the Firefly Funhouse. Look at this. So obviously, you know, if you zoom out, it looks very glitchy. The arena, you know, the ramps here and all that stuff. But you're mainly going to be fighting right here. And look at all this. You got the pictures. You got Bray Wyatt everywhere. You got a little jukebox there, a clock, the TV, the door with the window, right? The rocking chair. You got some props you can mess around with. You got a table right there. So this is mainly if you want to have like a silly match. Maybe you want to create a little universe cutscene. You can use these arenas and areas for your cutscenes too if you have like your own custom universe mode or own personalized little story you create on YouTube. For arenas like this, you want to make sure the matches are false count anywhere. This way you can just pin anywhere you want, because the ring is still here. I believe it's actually underneath. Yeah, so the ring is actually still here, right? But you guys will be wrestling on top of the ring, on top of the wood here. So it might start off a little glitchy. You just want to slide out of the ring, and then you can go ahead and wrestle like as if the ring is in there. And like I said, you want to make sure it's a false count anywhere match, because you will be confused of where the ring actually is. So make it a false count anywhere and have fun. Sticking with custom silly arenas, the next one is the Boneyard match. We got a car right here. It says Briscoe Bros. That's pretty cool. Look at that. We got some backgrounds to just, you know, add to the immersion. The motorcycle there. The compound. The ring in the middle right here. We got a little section right here of car again, garbage cans, table, kendo sticks. We got some weapons here for you to use as well. A little graveyard section. So we got some nice little props around here. So you can use these for universe mode, test around which arenas work for universe mode. They all should work, no problem. But, you know, trial and error. You never know with 2K games. Sometimes they might work, and then one patch later, they break, right? So who knows? But again, very cool little Boneyard match for you to continue your storylines and create new stories. The next arena is the Boiler Room. Again, when you're playing this match, you want to make sure you do a false count anywhere match. And Marty M recommends you do an ambulance match, because if you play an ambulance match, the ambulance will actually be right here where the furnace is. So when you throw them into the ambulance and you win the minigame, it looks like you actually threw them into the furnace. So definitely recommend playing ambulance match on this arena. He added some like metal structures up here just to add to the immersion, the background images, right? Just, you know, very, very rusty metal. For you to wrestle in. Again, false count anywhere match or ambulance. I prefer an ambulance match because you can throw them in the furnace. Next up, we have the WCW Mall of America. Really, really cool arena. Just look at this one. Again, the creativity of having the mall backgrounds scaled in a way where it looks like it's actually a part of the arena. Obviously, this right here would be the entrance. This would be the ramp camera. If I could just fit the camera real quick. This right here would be the ramp camera. So it looks like they're actually coming out from outside. You have that, you know, illusion of the second balcony right there and the illusion of the third balcony. You got that elevator right there. Really cool. I don't know how Marty actually gets these images that he uses. I don't know how he takes them, but spot on. You got the car in the corner there. You know how there's like a car sometimes in the mall, like on a podium? Well, you got a car right there. The audience is sitting around it. Little shopping cart. WCW Nitro sticker, Slim Jim. Really, really cool. This right here, I believe, is the default how it's gonna look like when you're wrestling. And if you do ramp camera, again, it'll look like this. I definitely recommend getting this WCW Mall of America arena. Continuing with the silly arenas, we got a spaceship. Yeah, maybe you want to fight on the spaceship. Maybe you want to have some aliens fight on the spaceship. Maybe you want to recreate like a Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy scene. I don't know. Whatever you feel like, whatever you can think of. But you can wrestle in a spaceship. Again, you want to do a false count anywhere match because the ring is under the arena. There it is. The ring is under. So you want to make sure you do a false count anywhere match and you can wrestle in a spaceship. As it's going towards, it looks like, oh, it even moves. I didn't notice that. I did not even notice it moves. Okay, so that's really cool. It looks like you're going towards another galaxy or black hole. More so, it looks like another galaxy, but either way, I think we're dead. Yeah, I think we're dead anyways. Next up, we have a spot on recreation of Daly's Place 2024. Again, the ramp camera will look like this. So it will look like they're coming out of the little entrance there. It says Daly's Place right there. It is outside, as you can see. It looks very nice. The starting camera is going to be right here, and this is how it looks like. Announcers are right there. You won't see this side of it, but that's how it looks like this side. And ramp camera is right here. A really good arena for your AEW universe modes, especially if you're running an AEW only universe. You definitely want to pick up Daly's Place by Marty M. Next up, and one of my favorites from Marty M, because it really gives me like SmackDown Here Comes the Pain vibes, and that is Times Square. Look at this. It's got Times Square right there. The ramp camera. Look at the ramp camera. Wow, look at this. Just look, like this is what you're gonna be seeing as you're fighting. Look at this. And obviously, if you have ambulance matches, it's gonna be very fitting because it's gonna look like the ambulance is right there. You got some buses right here, all parked up. Road closed sign. And then this is the actual side you'll be seeing if you're using default camera. You got McDonald's there, Aeropostale. Like, it's just so cool. So cool. You got a Brinks truck right there. Next up, and continuing the New Japan Pro Wrestling arenas, it is Tokyo Dome. Again, a must-have if you have a New Japan or Universe mode. So this right here is the ramp camera. Very nice. The ring looks great. The matting, the sponsors on the ring. And this right here is the default camera. So if you have a New Japan Universe mode, I highly recommend you download all the New Japan arenas I just showed in this video. Maybe you want to fight on a farm. Well, Marty M's also got you covered for that with the Farm Mud Show. As you can see, it's pretty much just outside. Big red barn doors right there as the entrance. That's where they come out of. Got a little car right there. A hay bale, windmill, a grain silo. You know what I'm saying? Just all the stuff. Tractor in the corner there. Maybe have one of those death matches. You know what I mean? Use this farm arena. Next up is the Snowy Mountain. Yeah, you ever want to wrestle on top of a snowy mountain right outside your log cabin? Well, with this arena, you can. Again, you want to make sure it's a Falls Count Anywhere match because the ring is under the arena right there. Now, when you're playing these type of arenas, it will start off a little buggy because you do start off in the ring. You want to just slide out, and it's still going to feel like there's an invisible ring there, but you can just, you know, work around it, wrestle around it. Falls Count Anywhere, so you can pin them anywhere you want. Behind you is some ATVs. In front of you is a little bear ice sculpture, snowman, and propane tank. The next arena is a Walmart deathmatch. Yeah, you ever want to fight outside Walmart? Well, here you go. This is the entrance right here. This is the ring camera, I believe. They come out of Walmart there. It's a deathmatch, so I believe Marty M made it looks like that there's thumbtacks and stuff on the ring. Mouse traps. You got a dumpster here. As the announce table is the dumpster. You got a car there, a little shopping cart, like a barbed wire table on the ground there. A table right here with like barbed wire and spikes. Yeah, you can just have fun with this. Next up, we have one of those custom silly matches. As you can see, it just looks like floating barbed wire spikes right now. But when you use this arena, you want to use it as a cage match, because what's going to happen is the cage is going to be right here now, and the top of the cage is going to have these barbed wire spikes. So when your superstars climbing over the cage, it's going to look like that they're also climbing through the barbed wire. So you can use this to make some really cool deathmatch scenarios, really brutal, bloody spots. It's up to you, really. There was a clip that went viral, and I'm sure a lot of you seen it, about Uganda wrestling. And in this Uganda wrestling promotion, they were pulling off some really cool spots and some really nice sells. So Marty M took it upon himself to create soft ground Uganda wrestling as an arena. As you can see, the ring is all mud. You have mud outside. You can't stand on top of this mud. You won't actually sink through it. You can slam your opponent against this hut here. Our next arena is the Brooklyn Bridge. Marty M made this last year, so he improved on it this year, and it just looks great. One of my favorite arenas of his. You have the bridge right here. He made it look like a road. Even with the ring, he made it look like an asphalt road. The ropes, he tried to make it match the aesthetic and the look of the bridge. The background, you can see the city landscape. It looks like you're really high up, even though, you know, you're not that high up. The bottom, he made it look like the ocean, so there's the water. Now, when you're playing this match, I highly recommend you use it in a Royal Rumble, because what's going to happen is that when your character gets thrown off, over here, they're going to land on the metal. But over here, it's going to look like they get thrown off the actual bridge. I've used it last year in 2K23. I actually made a video where I had a custom Royal Rumble on this arena. So if you also want to have some really cool Royal Rumbles, go ahead and download the Brooklyn Bridge by Marty M. The next arena, and this one here is a part of Marty M's Raw's War Pack, and that is the hospital setting. Maybe you want to wrestle in the hospital. Maybe you have a storyline where one of your superstars get brought into the hospital and then gets attacked there, right? Well, this is the arena for you. Marty M gives you the illusion that you're in the hospital. You got some waiting room area. You got some couches, some more couches right here. A little parking lot area here with cars. You got a stretcher outside right here. Maybe you want to attack a wrestler at their own home. Well, recently we saw LA Knight do this to AJ, but you can do it to a different superstar in your own storyline. So right here we have the front lawn. You can wrestle here, and you can actually walk through this door right here. You'll just walk right through it. You'll phase right through it. So you can just, you know, pretend that you entered the front of the house. This is the front of the house right here. So after you're fighting in the lawn, you can enter the front of the house. Once you enter, boop, there you go. Once you're in here, you will see the living room. You got the television set, the couches, foosball table, you know what I mean? And then you want to go back outside, go through the door, walk through it, boom, now you're back in the front lawn. So you can have fun, again, pull up some cool angles, pull up some cool storylines. The next arena is the chairman's office, also known as like the Attitude Era backstage area. So right here is the chairman's office. Again, there's tables here you can use here, a couch, got a dresser, the T-Rex. Okay, so you can wrestle in the chairman's office right here. Now you can exit through this wall right here, and you will now be in like a different backstage area right here, as you can see. You can wrestle through here. You can walk through here. You go over here. There's a drum kit you can climb up here and fight on. Next up, and one of my favorites, Marty M brought back the grocery store brawl for his Raw's War Pack. The grocery store that Booker T and Stone Cold wrestled through. You have the little checkout counters here that he creatively built using ATMs and like a countertop. You got a little change machine there. Again, over here, Green Frog Supermarket, time is quality. So you can wrestle all here. You can fight all here. You're not gonna see the back of these because the camera is always gonna be fixed in this location right here. So it's gonna look like you're always fighting the aisles. So you can wrestle around here and pull off some really cool storylines, some really cool spots using this grocery store, or even recreate Booker T versus Stone Cold. Next up is one of my favorite Royal Rumble arenas, and I'm so glad that I'm already started with this one. That is Royal Rumble 2000. Look at this. So this right here would be the ramp camera. You can see the cars even up there. The side walls with the graffiti. The wrestlers will come out of there. Spot on, looks so nice. This is the default camera right here. This would be the default view. But you're obviously going to want to use the ramp camera for these arenas, especially for Royal Rumbles. And you can pull off a really cool Attitude Era Royal Rumble. Next up, we have the SmackDown that just passed, the SmackDown before WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. So you can go ahead and download this one. Here is the ramp camera. That's where the superstars will come out of right there. And this is the default view right here. But I recommend you use the ramp camera for pretty much a majority of these arenas, because why not utilize the beautiful ramp camera, right? Next up is for a custom match type, and that is called the double cage. Now right now what you're looking at, you're probably like, what the hell is this? Why is everything floating? Well, the whole reason for this match is because you want to use it in a Hell in a Cell. What's going to happen is that the Hell in a Cell is going to be right here. It's probably going to stop like right here. And then you're going to have these pillars on top of the Hell in a Cell looking like a double cage. So it's going to look like that this structure is on top of the Hell in a Cell. So as you're standing on top of the Hell in a Cell, you can throw them against these pillars, all that stuff, you know, all that good stuff. So it's going to look like a double cage. You got the Hell in a Cell and this structure on top of that Hell in a Cell. And finally, and I'm so glad that Relic Reigns brought this back, but it is the Floor is Lava Arena. And the cool thing about this arena is that when the wrestler actually falls in, it looks like they're actually underneath the lava. For this arena, you only want to use it for Royal Rumbles and over-the-top rope battle royales, because what's going to happen is that when you throw the wrestler over the ropes, it's going to look like they fall in the lava and they're pretty much like done for. So you can make it like a battle royale, a last person standing, right? Have fun with it, use your imagination. You can pull off some crazy stories using this arena right here and throw the wrestlers into the lava. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoy WrestleMania 40. Give the video a like, subscribe, notifications on, and I'll catch you next one. Fiddle Steven out. Peace.